Today we are talking about mature skin must-haves. These are not just makeup products. This is just a broad overview of what I feel is essential to keep me looking and feeling my best. I am 51 years old. I am a two-time breast cancer survivor. I am currently undergoing treatment for breast cancer. I have a lot of things working against me, and I do a lot of things to combat everything that is working against me. This is going to be a broad overview. I'm going to show you the types of products and what I like, but it doesn't necessarily have to be the exact same for you. It's more going to be, you know, this is a type of product, right? Rather than an exact product. In some cases, it will be an exact product, but let's get into the video. We're going to start with this because it's in my lap and it's kind of getting in the way. That is the Sleep, I can't even fit it into the frame. That is the Sleep and Glow pillow. Now, this was sent to me. This is not sponsored. I will have a sponsored video coming up because I love this so much that we have agreed to collaborate. This is not sponsored. This is just my honest thoughts on this pillow. I'm going to tell you why I think it is a must-have for me. The point of a Sleep and Glow pillow is to keep your face from being compressed when you lay down, to keep your cheek from compressing and, you know, giving you a sleep line, right? Where you're like, your face is all smushed up. This has like a little cutout, so when you're sleeping on your side, which I am a side sleeper, it doesn't compress your face and you don't wake up with a sleep wrinkle, and it also keeps you from getting, a wrinkle from sleeping that way, whichever side you sleep on. It also helps keep you on your back and be comfortable on your back, which is also important to, you know, anti-aging in your sleep. What I find just as helpful as the anti-aging aspect is it allows me to breathe better and sleep sounder, because if I'm laying on my side and my face is smushed, and if one of my sinuses is compressed because of my sleeping position, I'm not breathing as well. I'm not getting as much air and I'm not sleeping as soundly. This definitely helps with all of that. I really do like this. I've gotten very used to it, and it's very hard for me now to sleep on a regular flat pillow because this just supports your head in all the right places, supports your neck in all the right places. I don't wake up in as much pain. The medication that I take causes me a lot of pain. I don't feel the head and neck and muscle pain when I use this pillow. Like, it really genuinely has made a difference. So I did want to mention it. They did not ask me to mention this pillow at all in this video. I just want to because I've been using it and I really, really like it. This is the Omnia pillow from Sleep and Glow. It's memory foam. It's very supportive. Excellent pillow. So to kind of stay in line with sleep, I'm going to pop a photo up of the LEMME Sleep Gummies. I'm out of them right now. I have some on order. I think I talked about them in my monthly favorites, but they really do a great job of helping me sleep more soundly. I am like a tosser and turner. I'm a light sleeper. I wake up all the time. I do take some medications that kind of interrupt my sleep cycle and give me like a lot of joint pain when I'm sleeping. So that helps. It helps me sleep through a lot of that. That in combination with a pillow, they will be in my empties. You know, I'll put them in my empties video, but I just want to mention them. Being properly rested makes such a difference in not only your mood and your health, but also your appearance. So anything that helps me sleep, like, I am all about. Sleep is precious to me. Sleep is so valuable. That is when you recover. That is when your body has time to heal and do all of the things that your body needs to do. It does it in rest mode. Rest is so important. I cannot overstate the importance of rest and proper sleep. Another thing that I want to touch on is the day dry shampoo. I think that dry shampoo is really important for caring for your hair, and the proper dry shampoo. Some dry shampoos can be very damaging to your hair. And if you're a mature person, you know that you need to really protect and care for your hair because it does get thinner. It does shed a lot more frequently. It's a little bit more fragile. This just keeps my hair feeling fresh and allows me to go longer between washes, but it doesn't like dry out my hair. There's no aerosol. There's no alcohol. I'm going to see if we can see that. It puffs out. Feels like you're using a dry shampoo, but it's no aerosol. Very fine powder. This is an excellent dry shampoo. It is my favorite dry shampoo that I have ever used. I bought this during the fall Sephora sale last year and I still have not gone through it. It's only 1.06 ounces of powder, but since it's a powder and you saw the fine amount that comes out, you're not using hardly any when you use it. It smells really nice. It gives your hair some texture, but it doesn't make it feel like dirty and grimy and sticky. Excellent dry shampoo. Any dry shampoo will work. Just try to find a good one. I suggest investing in a really good high quality dry shampoo that is not going to damage your hair. We're going to touch on body care really quick, and I don't have much to mention here. I just think that it's very important to have a really hydrating body cream. I think that the key to keeping your skin feeling bouncy and elastic is moisture. I've said that in several of my videos. I just think that moisture is so important, like hydration. I have two body creams that I'm going to touch on here. This is the Uni Body 24-Hour Body Serum. It's called a body serum. It's like a thin lotion. It's incredibly hydrating, and I like the smell. It's not super offensive. It comes in like a metal tin, and you get 12.5 fluid ounces. I absolutely love this stuff. It leaves your skin so hydrated and smooth. Excellent. Another one that I want to mention is by Womaness. This is called The Works. Very reasonably priced, and it is so moisturizing and nourishing on the skin. I have it on today, that's why I'm doing this. It is a cream, but it's not a thick, heavy cream, but the hydration that you get with this is incredible. These two have been my go-to this summer. It has a very light, soft smell. It's incredibly hydrating, very reasonably priced. I really like this too. I mean, these two, but really any body lotion, I'm just showing you the two that I'm using. A good, nourishing, hydrating body cream is an absolute must-have. There isn't a single day that goes by that I don't moisturize my body. I think it's very important. Your skin gets so thin and get very crepey as you get older because you're missing that collagen and the elastin. So I think it's just imperative to put as much moisture as you can onto your skin. Also into your skin, drinking water. I know everybody says that, but it really does make a difference. It makes a visible difference in my skin when I am dehydrated versus not. So I always try to stay very hydrated because it makes a difference in my physical appearance. It's something that I can see, I can feel in my skin. I can feel that my skin is not as bouncy. The skin on my neck is where I can most tell if I'm dehydrated. So if you are a person that doesn't drink a lot of water, just try it one day and see if you can see a difference in your skin the next day, because I can see a visible difference. So hydration, top to bottom, inside and out, is key to me. Another thing that I want to touch on is hand care. Your hands are one of the first places that show aging on the body. Hand care is very important. It's very important to have a good, nourishing hand cream. I have been using this from Soft Serve. This is the retinol hand cream. It comes out at the top. Mine's dirty because I use it. It sits next to my bed and I use it every night. But it's just a very lightweight, nourishing hand cream. I have the scented version because I like to have that sensorial experience. It smells so good. So when I am getting into bed, I reach over my little nightstand, get a little pump of this, rub it on my hands, and then go to bed. It has made a big difference in the skin on my hands. Now I am 51 years old. I have thin skin. You can see my veins through my hand, and I'm kind of thin overall. But I don't have any wrinkles or lines or sun damage on my hands, and I think that that is due to properly nourishing them and caring for them. I just think that that's a really important step. I really, really do like this hand cream. I like it a lot. I have to say, I thought that the container would be a little, it's plastic. It is magnetized, like this lid does click into place with a magnet. I think it looks very elegant. There's no branding on it. It just sits on my nightstand. Most importantly, I'm reminded to use it every night because it's right there. If it were this, for example, I'm not gonna put this on my nightstand. I don't like the look of it. And it's important to me to have like a very peaceful, serene sleep space. And this just fits into that perfectly, and it's actually a very effective hand cream. So I just want to mention that. Hand cream, very important. That's the one I'm using. Anyone will do. Let's talk about my essentials for skincare. And the first thing that I'm going to touch on, and probably the most important for me, is going to be my Current Body LED mask. Any LED mask will do. I like Current Body because it has the most LEDs. Let me see if I can turn it on. I don't know if you'll be able to see them. It also has this chin portion that goes under your chin. So under here, you're also getting LED treatment. That is different to a lot of the other masks on the market. In fact, I haven't seen any that have the chin portion except Current Body. I like that it is a silicone, like liquid mask. It moves and conforms to your face. It has this big, comfortable strap back here. It fits over your ears. It also has a strap that you can use. It can go over your head to hold it in place. I just use these two. It's plenty for me. I kind of secure it tightly and then I'm good to go. It's 10 minutes. There's only one button on the controller. You push it, it's on, it runs for 10 minutes, it shuts itself off. It's that easy. It's 10 minutes a day. I use this every single day. If I'm traveling for a weekend, I'm not taking this. If I am home, I use this every single day without fail. I can use this while I meditate if I'm meditating. I can use this while I'm making coffee. I can use it while I am putting away dishes. It's 10 minutes. It's such a quick and easy thing for me. If you do want to travel with it, it does come with a travel bag. I take a hormone blocker. I take a medication that does not allow me to produce estrogen, and it also depletes any that my body might naturally have in any tissues. For my skin to be in as good a condition as it is at my age with the circumstances, I think is 100% due to the fact that I use red light. Red light increases collagen production, it increases cell turnover, and I think it makes a huge difference in the look and the feel of my skin. My skin is balanced. I don't get dry, I don't get oily. I feel like for my age, my skin is in really good condition, and I think it is due to, a lot of things, in large part due to that mask and due to the consistent use of it. Now, it's an investment. I wouldn't suggest purchasing it if you can't commit to the time, because it's not something that you just use for a couple of days and then have a week off or whatever. You have to be consistent with it, and I am, and I see a difference, and I love it. I want to touch on the Medicube PDRN masks. These are the masks that you see everybody on TikTok doing, Hailey Bieber doing. They're so good. They're so good. They make such a huge difference in your skin. I mentioned this in my hero products. I've mentioned these in a couple of videos. This is the kind of thing that you see a visible difference, a crazy visible difference in your skin when you use this. This is something that I sleep in, not every night because it's very uncomfortable. It's not uncomfortable, but it's like cold and wet. It's not the kind of thing that I am comfortable doing every night, but every 3 or 4 nights, once a week, before an event, if you want to look especially plump and glowy, this mask is the way to go. They're very reasonably priced. I believe it's $20 for 4, so they're not super expensive, and you can get them on sale, the Medicube ones. It's like a 4-hour mask, so technically you don't have to sleep in it. I'm gonna sleep in it because I'm not gonna walk around with this thing on my face in the daylight for 4 hours, because I'm gonna be talking and moving and whatever. In your sleep, you're pretty much, for the most part, not doing any of that, so it has the chance to like really sink in, and you peel it off in the morning and your skin is just like plumped, glowy, and gorgeous, and it doesn't wash off. It lasts for a day or so. These are fantastic. I highly recommend them. I have repurchased this several times. I will continue to repurchase it because I like it so much. Another skincare item that I want to touch on that I believe has made a huge difference in my skin lately is the MUTHA, the Amniotic Toner. I don't like the name of it. I get what they're going for, like MUTHA, Amniotic. Not a fan of the name of this product. However, what this does for the skin and how this makes my skin look and feel is 100% love. This is so good. It's a blend of AHAs and PHAs and like probiotics and some fermented things. I love fermented skincare. It works really well for me. It's not something that works well for everybody, but for me it does. Like the SK2, I love the SK2 essence. This does something a little bit different. It's an exfoliant is what it is, but it's not a drying one. I don't like to use a lot of exfoliants on my skin. I was using Good Genes maybe once a week or so just to get that chemical exfoliation in. This I've been able to use daily, and my skin loves this. My skin loves this. Now, full disclosure, this was sent to me. This is not something that I even knew existed until the brand reached out, and I was like, yeah, I would love to try some of your skincare. So they sent me a few things, and this has just been, it's been beautiful on the skin. You don't need much. You can see how much I've used. I've been using it for about 3 weeks, I would say, and my skin just feels so smooth, and it looks so much more even toned and brighter and glowy. I've really been enjoying this. I'm not saying that you have to get this specific thing. I'm just saying a nice, gentle exfoliating toner or some type of skin exfoliant to get rid of any dead skin cells and allow your products to sink in better. Now, along with that, I have been trying the #1 serum from the brand MUTHA. This is a vitamin C serum. It's very difficult for me to find a vitamin C serum that I like, that I will continue using, mostly because of the texture and of course the smell. This has the smell, but it does not have the texture. The texture on this sinks right in. It's super easy to use, and I believe it has been making a difference in the brightness and the clarity of my skin. I read an article once, I don't know if I can find it. I mean, it was years ago. But what the article said was basically that people notice discoloration more than they notice wrinkles, right? Like somebody looking at you. They're going to key into discoloration on your skin quicker than they are going to key into wrinkles. That's always stood out to me. That's always been something that I have had in the back of my mind. Having a nice even complexion is more my goal than not having a single wrinkle on my face, because wrinkles are inevitable. But an even skin tone, there are things that you can do to even out your skin tone with makeup, with skincare, whatever. So I am always trying to have an even skin tone. And like I said, it doesn't have to be these two things, but just having like some type of exfoliating product and some type of brightening product. These two have worked very well for me. And I also think it is important to have some type of hydrating essence, just a super hydrating essence, something that you can layer up if needed. I am using the CREAL Moisture Source, and I really, really like this. It's so incredibly hydrating on the skin. It's just a very thin, clear serum. You can see it dripping down, but it's very, very nourishing, very moisturizing, and it is also brightening. I like having a hydrating essence because you can adjust it to your preferences or your needs for the day or the time of year or whatever. In the summer, I just use 1 layer of it, and it's plenty of hydration for me. In the winter, I might use 3, you know, depending on how my skin is feeling. And that is what I like about having just a hydrating essence, not a toner, not something that is exfoliating. While I think this is very important as well, I think that it is equally important to put that moisture and that nourishment into your skin every chance that you can get. And why an essence is my preference to maybe just a heavy duty moisturizer is that you can customize this and you can keep putting it on and it sinks in a lot better. I just feel like it nourishes the skin a little more. Sometimes I feel like moisturizers really more set on top of the skin. Essences sink in. So they are my preference. I think a hydrating essence is a must-have for mature skin. I also think a face oil is a must-have for mature skin. And again, it doesn't have to be this one. Just a face oil in general as your last step of your evening skincare routine. Even day, if your skin can handle it. If you have dry skin, you can probably get away with an oil during the day. I can in the winter, not in the summer though. In the summer, this is too much for me to wear during the day. But at night, I put on an oil. This is the TYPOLOGY Purifying Night Serum. I've been using this and really I just ran out of my other one, so this is the one that I'm using at the moment. As you can see, I haven't used much. You don't need much. I have used it probably for a week and I really do like it. It's very lightweight. What I like about this versus the oil that I was using is this is so much more lightweight and it sinks into the skin so much more quickly. It doesn't leave a mess like on my pillows. The last oil that I was using, it was very heavy, but I like to have an oil, especially around my eyes. So I have really been enjoying this one. The brand, the type, that is not what I'm trying to get across here. The point that I'm trying to get across is an occlusive, incredibly hydrating last step in your skincare routine, preferably an oil. Makes all the difference to me when I wake up in the morning. My skin still feels plush, plump, hydrated. I love a night oil. And you didn't think we weren't gonna touch on sunscreen, did you? A sunscreen is essential for mature skin. Sunscreen helps prevent photo aging. We all know that. It's important to have a sunscreen that you like, that you can put on every day that doesn't bother you, right? That doesn't feel heavy, that doesn't break you out, that doesn't do anything that you don't want. This is my preference. I have been loving this one. Before this, I used the Naked Sundays for, I don't know, a year or two and really, really liked that. I still do. I think I like this one better though, just because it is so incredibly lightweight on the skin. This is the shade Fair Medium. However, there's no shade. It gives no tint to the skin at all. I have this in my skin tint video just because it does come in shades and you know, this could be enough for some people just to give this beautiful texture and this beautiful glow. It's not super glowy, it's not super dewy, it's got a lot of skincare ingredients in it. It does not have an offensive smell. It doesn't change the texture of your makeup. It doesn't disrupt whatever you put on top of it. So it's something you can wear on its own, totally fine. Or you can go in with makeup on top of it and it's not going to disturb that makeup. It has played well with every single complexion product that I have put on top of it, and that's everything. Everything that you have seen me use in any video for the last 3 months has gone on top of the INNBEAUTY Project sunscreen. I love this sunscreen. It is my favorite sunscreen. It's a mineral sunscreen, which I love. My skin prefers a mineral sunscreen. I cannot do a chemical sunscreen. Some people are different. So again, this is not so much about the product as it is finding a sunscreen that works well for you, that you can use consistently every single day without fail is a must-have for mature skin. The rest of the products are going to be makeup products, but there's very few of them. So let's touch on lip care. Lip care is also incredibly important for mature skin. I have to have something nourishing and hydrating on my lips pretty much round the clock, because if anything is going to get dry on me, it's going to be my lips. A lip balm formula that I really like is the RHODE lip balm. I also really like the Edam lip balms. I'm talking about RHODE in this video because this is a new product to me. I just got it and I love it. It smells so good. It's so comfortable on the lips. The reason why I'm mentioning this here and not the Edam lip balms is because every Edam lip balm that I have is very pigmented. It's a shade, it's a tint. And while that formula is absolutely lovely, I cannot get my hands on the clear version. So we're going with RHODE because RHODE is very nourishing. RHODE skincare is really good, and I've always liked these lip balms. I've gone through several of them, and this shade and this scent, Lemontini, is adorable. I love it. I love everything about it. I don't know if, is this limited edition? Do you guys know? I hope not. It does something on the lips, but I wouldn't call it a shade. Like, this is something that I am comfortable sleeping in. My Edam balms, I can't sleep in them because they're so pigmented. They're gorgeous, but they're too pigmented. Like I said, brand, product, not super important. What I'm getting at here is like lip care. Lip care is so important for mature skin. Our lips get thinner, they get drier, they get lines. Keeping them hydrated with something that is actually sinking into the lips and nourishing the skin and not just sitting on top of them is very important. I think that the RHODE lip balms do an excellent job of actually nourishing the lips. So that's my pick. However, it's not important the brand, it's just the sentiment that I'm trying to get across here. One of the things that I think is important, a must-have for me as somebody with mature skin, is something that I can throw on my skin, like some type of complexion product that I can throw on without much thought, something that's just gonna balance out my skin tone and make me look refreshed, put together, but not necessarily like a heavy full coverage complexion product. Something that's just going to give me a little something extra that is going to make me feel put together. I think it's important to have a product like that on hand. For me, that's going to be either the Jones RHODE Just Enough Tinted Moisturizer or the Chanel Le Beige Water Fresh Tint. Now, the Jones RHODE is a product that is very hydrating. It's just a tinted moisturizer that gives you just enough. And it's super easy to use, right? You can just blend it into the skin and go. No effort required, no brush. You can use your fingers. And I know that's not everybody's preferred method, but I like to have something that I can use with my fingers for if I am in a rush or if I am running out the door and I just want to throw something on. If I'm running out the door, I'm going to throw on a complexion product and blush and lip gloss, and I'm gonna feel put together with those products. This is just something that gives you like a slight glow, a very healthy look to the skin, very easy to apply. Like I said, you can put it on with fingers, you don't need much of it. It just makes you look refreshed and ready for the day. I love this product so much. Like, I cannot speak highly enough about the Jones RHODE Just Enough Tinted Moisturizer. It's a smash hit in my book. On the flip side of that is the Le Beige Water Fresh Tint. Now, this is something that I have purchased off and on through the years. I wanted to try it again because the last time I bought it, I remember liking it, really enjoying the way that it looked on the face, but then they released the Water Fresh Complexion Touch, and I bought that and I didn't like it. And I think I had it in my head that the Complexion Touch had replaced the Water Fresh Tint. It didn't. This is the kind of product that I put on with my fingers because this is so sheer. So this kind of product doesn't really work well with a sponge or a brush, in my opinion. In my opinion, because it does have the beads, it's easier to use with your fingers. So this to me is a throw on, run out the door kind of product, and I absolutely love the way that this looks and feels on the skin. This is so nice on mature skin. It just blends out into nothing. It looks like you have nothing on your skin, but your skin just looks perfected. These two products to me are must-haves for quick out the door, just wanting to look put together, but not wanting to do a full face. You can absolutely do a full face with either of these. They're very versatile. I have done full faces with both of them, and they look gorgeous. They give you enough of everything. They're very versatile. So I think it's important to have a product like this in your arsenal that you can just throw on and go, or you can use it for a full face if you wish. Next, I want to talk about foundations. I think it's important to have a foundation that is your go-to, that never fails, that you can put on, feel and look your best. That's going to be 100% a personal choice, depending on what your preferences and your skin type and what you look for in a foundation. But I believe having a beautiful foundation, something that is skin-like, that melts into the skin, is incredibly important for me and my mature skin. I'm going to show you my two picks for this category. One is going to be the CHANTECAILLE Future Skin. This is like an iconic complexion product. It's a gel. It's a very lightweight cooling gel. It just melts into the skin, looks like skin. This is the reformulated version. On me, this version has slightly more coverage than the old version, and I love it. I think it's gorgeous. I think it is something that wears all day, looks the same from morning to night. It's a gorgeous product and it is very mature skin friendly. That's a $95 foundation. I'm not saying you have to get that one. I'm giving you my picks. However, this category is open to interpretation, as are all of these. My next pick for me is going to be the Clé de Peau. The way that this foundation looks on the skin is so impressive. I am so blown away by this formula. I didn't want to be because it is so expensive, but there is no denying what it does on the skin is special. Now, I plan to put these head to head, and we'll do that very soon. Until then, I do just want to touch on both of them. Now, this one has SPF, the CHANTECAILLE doesn't. This one has a fragrance, the CHANTECAILLE does not. However, what this does on the skin is nothing short of magical. in my opinion, what it does for me and my skin. We're all different. I'm not saying that it's gonna do the same for you, but when I put this on my skin the first time, I was just like, wow. I think I even said, wow, it's gorgeous. So I think it's important to have a reliable foundation that works for you in any weather, just something to like even out the skin. Those are my picks. I absolutely love those two foundations. They do a gorgeous job of evening out my skin, making me look healthy, refreshed, but not looking like makeup. And I think that that is something that is very important for me. I'm not trying to trick anybody into thinking that I'm not wearing makeup. I mean, obviously, I don't naturally have green and gold eyelids, but I want my complexion products to look like skin. I don't want something that you, if you get up on me, you can see makeup sitting on my face. I even look at everything at 10 times magnification just to make sure that you can't see it sitting on the face. This foundation, undetectable, 10 times magnification. There's not much more I can say about it. I really love it. I would suggest finding something that gives you that same result. Another mature skin must-have for me is blush. There is something about blush and what blush does to the face, what blush does to the complexion. It just wakes you up, makes you look bright, makes you look healthy. I love blush. Blush is one of my favorite makeup products. I mean, it might be my favorite makeup product. I am a blush person. As you can tell, I'm very blushy and I love it. And I think blush sticks are really, really easy to use for mature skin. If you can find one that doesn't like eat through your complexion product if you're wearing one, or doesn't stay sticky, but the look that a blush stick gives is gorgeous. It gives you this beautiful glow. It never looks dry or cakey. I mean, it can if it's one that doesn't play well with other makeup. These Dior blush sticks don't do that. I'm very impressed with them still. I have Toffee and Candy. These both have a reflective sheen to them and they are quite emollient. I like to have cream blushes that are easy to blend out, but don't get stuck in one place. I've been trying a lot of blush sticks lately and there's definitely a difference in formula. These are so easy to blend out because they're so emollient. Your preferences might be different. This is just more like the product, the vibe. I also want to touch on this RHODE blush. Now this is something brand new to me. I'm wearing it today. I tried it for the first time today, but look how pigmented that is. Now this is different because I've tried these blushes before. Well, I tried two shades. My daughter confiscated one of them and I cannot remember. I think it was Teddy and then Sleepy Girl. This one, I put it on today and I used a brush. I just tapped it right here and then put it on my cheeks and I'm very impressed with it. I think it's beautiful. It's a beautiful shade. It's a beautiful formula. It's similar to the Dior in that it's got that kind of wet look. There's no sheen in here. Like the Dior's have a sheen. I think you can see the difference there. Like that Dior has like actually some reflective sheen in it. It's beautiful in the cheeks and I love it, but the RHODE doesn't have that. Anyway, the point that I'm trying to make here is like a cream blush, some type of cream blush that you can throw on that is easy to wear, that doesn't disturb your makeup if you're wearing makeup under it, but that you can also use if you're not wearing any makeup. And that's where I think blush sticks shine. Like powder blushes are a little bit harder to use if you're not wearing any makeup. I feel like they perform better if they have something to stick to, but a cream blush you can wear without any other complexion product. There's something about blush that just makes me feel so much more awake, alert. It makes me look so much more refreshed, even if I don't look perfected. If you've seen me without makeup, I don't have a lot of color in my skin. I don't have rosy cheeks naturally. So adding that back for me is like a must. And these make it fast and easy to do. So I just think a cream blush is a must-have. And then the last thing that I want to touch on is a Wake Me Up lip color. I'm calling it a Wake Me Up lip color because that is what I feel like these colors do for me. Now, your Wake Me Up lip color can be totally different to mine, but some type of lip color where when you put it on, your whole face just kind of comes alive. You probably all have that shade. For me, it is usually a poppy shade or like a very warm salmony pink. I have two here that are my preferred Wake Me Up lip shades. One of them is the Chanel Rouge Cocoa Flash in Sun Kiss. This came out with their Beige Golden Hour collection, came out at the same time, and it is just a beautiful, sheer, vibrant, poppy, corally pink. There's something about this shade that just wakes up my whole face. The next one is going to be, you're probably sick to death of seeing this. I've used so much of it. It's so far down in there. This is the Tom Ford Soleil Lip Balm in the shade 03 Escapist. This is going to be a little bit warmer, more orangey red than the Chanel. But they're both kind of in that same color family, that same like vibrant, poppy, corally, pink shade that just wakes me up. I'm trying to decide if I want to put one on. I'm afraid it's going to be too much with what I've got going on. We'll just put one on, just for the heck of it. I mean, I can wipe it off if I don't like it. So there we go. This is a Wake Me Up lip color. This is like a lip color that when I put on, I instantly feel better and I instantly feel like I look better. And that is up to me to decide. It's not up to you or anybody else in the world to decide. Your Pick Me Up lip color, your Wake Me Up lip color should be up to you to decide, not the rest of the world. This is a little much today, but I did just want to show you the color and kind of what it does. I feel like it brings out my eyes. I feel like it brings out my cheeks. Maybe your Wake Me Up color is a nude. Maybe it's a bright red. Maybe it's a berry. Maybe it's a purple. Maybe it's a baby pink. Maybe it's peach. You know, whatever your color is that when you put on, it wakes up your whole face and makes you feel refreshed and happy. I think that that is a necessity for mature skin. I think a lot of times as we get older, we think that we have to turn everything down, especially with our appearance, with how we dress, with how we do our hair, with how we do our makeup, because society tells us that we should fade into the background. I'm not going to fade into the background and do what an older woman should do because society tells me that I no longer have any value and need to just, you know, blend in with the wallpaper. I'm not here to blend in with the wallpaper. I am still a viable member of society, as are you. If a bright red lipstick is your Wake Me Up color, then that's what you should wear. I think finding the right lip color shade can do a lot for your confidence. I don't think that you need to blend in to the background. I think that it's okay if you stand out. I hope this video was helpful in some way. Thank you so much for watching. I would love it if you subscribe to my channel. Drop me a comment and let me know what are your mature skin must-haves or what is something that you cannot do without as somebody with mature skin. I would love to hear from you. I will see you soon in another video, and until then, please take care of yourselves.